Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another weekly recap. I'm just gonna check on my phone to see if the sound is okay, and then we'll get started. Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. Not bad, okay. Not bad, okay. Okay, so this is Monday, July 7th, and I started the day over here. Yeah, over here. And unfortunately, well, this one was just a test. So this is nothing, like just 30 cents loss. And I just wanted to test something. Anyway, so based on my strategy, here there was no entry point at all. And the market went up and up. Here there's no entry point, no entry point. And basically all the way up there. I don't know why. Okay. All the way up to that peak over there, there was no entry point. And the time was 15:30, which is 8:30 Eastern time. Here, as you can see, there is a gap. There's this huge gap of around 10 pips. Yeah, a little bit more than 10 pips. And then the market went down so much that I thought, oh, okay, this is too much of a spike without any resting or anything. So I did not take any trades. And as you can see, it seems it's a no trade day today. But in hindsight, I can see that I could have entered here the sell. Of course, that's a little bit too risky, but the stops would go behind that. The entry would be all the way here. So in this bullish candle, I would have entered potentially. It would even be better to put the stops over here because as you can see, this is the point where the market could not go higher. And if we do that, then the entry would come here. Yeah, the entry would come here. And here, the 2x entry, which is double the size of this, would activate as a sell. So this is a sell, and this is another sell. The TP, I usually, if this activates, I usually just get out of TP1 because if you want to count these two together, it would mean, and then get TP1 and go out of the market, that would be TP 3.5 almost, which is for my trades, which each of which is 1%, that would be 3.5%, or maybe 4.5%. I think 4.5, but let me check. I can check quickly using this. Okay, this is the magic keys. Ooh, the great Raja Banks. Ooh, market is, I don't know where. So if I put the stops over here, put the TP at 1, and my pending is at entry. Now let's go back up here. So if the entry is at 2x, stops is over there, right behind that candle, and I go out here, that would be 2.9%. That's so almost 3%, or risk reward of a 3. And then if the other entries over here, the risk reward is 1, so that in total that would be a risk reward of 4. And for me, that's 4% earnings. And then it went all the way down to TP2 as well, which would have been so much. Anyways, I did not take any trades on that day, and I'm okay with that. The next day was heck of a day, terrible day. So let's just see what happened on that day. As you can see, there's a spike over here, like a kind of a gap of a 7-pip gap over here. So I did enter on the break. I should have entered over here, but I was not trading at that time. So when it retraced back, I did enter over here because it was coming down very fast with this huge gap over here. I did not. I kind of deleted my 2x because there was a high chance of me getting stopped out, and I did get stopped out, and this was my stops behind this. And then over here, I'm not sure why I took this buy. Technically, I think I might have gone to the 15 minutes, and this buy could have been, I don't remember. This buy could have been the 2x of a 15-minute spike, which again got stopped out. So I did not know that I made the mistake this week. This is a mistake. This is a big, big, big no for me. And I will have to keep in mind. I'll go watch this one more time to see what happened. Anyway, this day I took 2 trades, both lost them, as you can see here. $100 here, $94 over here, which is in total 2%. And then I called it a day. The next day was quite a good day, I think. Yes, the 9. So I entered the market. Right when I started. So I usually wake up at this time or a little bit before, and then start my live trades. And as you can see, all my live trades are on MetaTrader, and everyone can see them exactly where I enter. And I don't enter on the spot. I usually set my trades, and you can set the trades exactly at the same time. Anyway, this one, as you can see, there is a gap of 4 pips here, and another gap of around 5 pips over here. So I entered based off of this gap. So my stops was right behind this. I don't remember if I put the stops over here or over here. I can check. So my stop was 304. Yeah, it was right behind this one. Yeah. So my stops was here, 304. And obviously I had entered over here. I should have entered better, like in this candle or even in the same candle. I should, like, I think I have a feeling I got a FOMO of losing this trade, so I entered over here, but then after that it came down a little bit more. Then again in the next candle also it came down a bit more. Now, anyways, the correct entry for this is actually here, when this red candle broke the low of this candle. And the 2x is here, which I missed because I was not in front of the chart. And so this would be TP1, this would be TP2, TP3. But I had entered here, and I got out at TP4, my trade. And as you can see, I closed half of the trade over here. As you can see, I closed at the very, very peak top. And then it came down, went back up, and I closed over here, which is obviously a very important zone or price, because as you can see, when the market went back again, it consolidated over here. So I'm happy with this trade. I got 2.3% overall. Should have taken more. I mean, the money should have been more, like much more than that. I don't remember what happened. Let's go to the next day, which was the 10th, which was the best day. On the 10th, where are my trades? Is this my trade on the 10th? Yes. Bring it over here. Where are you? Show trade history. Let's find that. This is the 10th, and this is where I usually come into the market. Here. Anyways, on this day, unfortunately, I was right here. I had set my so as you can see, there's a huge gap over here, 9 pip gap. I set my buy right under this candle over here. Because of the spread, it did not get activated here with this. But I should have put it a little bit higher probably, or I don't know. So the spread was 3 pips. This went down only 2 pips, and it did not activate. And then all the way up. So if I had taken that trade, this would have been how I should have put the stops and everything. So this one over here, and yeah, TP2, and then done. And it broke TP2, made a pullback to it, and then went up a little bit more all the way down. But what I did was I went to the 15-minute time frame. I hope I can. Okay, over here. In the 15-minute time frame, I saw the same gap. One gap over here, and one huge gap over here, another gap over here. So I thought this should be a good trade. Go over here and then so this would have been the actual buy over here and 2x buy over here. But I think I only, because this was like very sudden, it was a huge sudden drop of the price. I think I only took the buys both at the same place. So the price, yeah, 399, 394. So I don't know why it's not showing up on here. Anyways, 399, one entry over here, and then another entry, 394. Yeah, which is something shouldn't have. I should have waited for the price to come all the way down here. Anyways, came down, went up. The news came. I think here, yes. Then it went all the way down again one more time. Oh, this is the not the news. Wait a second. It's the 10th. Yes, it is. Okay. The New York market opened, then it went all the way down here, and boom. I closed half of, or one of the trades somewhere here, and the other trade 620. Oh, exactly on these two lines. So one over here and one over here, but market went up all the way to 223 and even a little bit more. So that was the weekly recap of my trades last week. I trade every day, hopefully every day, from 7 o'clock Eastern time until around 9 o'clock or 8:30, sometimes 9:30. And then you can take the same trades or learn from me. And this strategy is giving you, on average, it's giving me about 5% a week, which is really good. And and the next day, I woke up, saw the market was trash because of all this huge move that it had in the Asian time. Then I decided not to enter because when I got up here, I saw that there is the market is creating a gap over here. No, not here. Not here. It's creating a gap here, but it also reached the point that it couldn't break above this. So I decided not to trade that day. And I thought most probably this day will be a trading range day, which it turned out to be exactly the same thing. It got the stops of these guys, whoever took the sells over here, and it also got the stops of these guys, whoever took the buys over here. I mean, put their stops over here, took the buys. And it did that again and again, went up and down, and still the same place. So Friday was a trashy day, and that's why I did not trade that day. I hope you all learned something from this, like at least one little point. And I hope to see you next week on the live trade. 7 Eastern time. See you.